So remember our Hawaiian word of the week, pa'ani, play. In old Hawaii, play was an essential way to help children develop focus, strategy, and willpower. And if something is fun, you do it over and over again. Over time, you master it. And when you master playing with God, your faith becomes focused, strategic, and powerful. Do you remember the three adjectives you wrote in your journal earlier? Write this in your journal. When I am playing with God, I am. And then you're going to write, when I play with God, my faith becomes those same three adjectives. Just like for the Virgin Mary, she says, when I play with God, my faith is fearless, fierce, and on fire. When Thomas was 10, he was leaving people in the dust. So our playfulness is our potency.
If you can start your day off with, instead of prayer time, you can start it off with playtime.
So like when I was 5, in kindergarten, there was a best friend who was a girl, and we were stacking blocks. And then another kid came over and knocked her blocks down. And so because he knocked her blocks down, I knocked him down. It's just, that's God protecting, and playing. God, you're in a protected play. We learned there is protection, when you're playing. Somebody will come along and help you out. So that's my little story.
I just keep looking over all the things I've written and how they all connect back to each other, basically. So at some point in my 30s, I remember I made this decision to have the days, every day was like so blah and so similar, just commuting from, I lived in Queens at that point, going into Manhattan for work, and I wanted it to be fun. So I asked God, but also my team, I'm like, let's have some fun. I'm going to pick something weird, and I want you to, I want to see it somehow in my day. So I would pick weird things like a strange color or a strange, a coconut or a camel or whatever, and it would happen. I one time picked Gerber daisies, and it's not that hard to see a Gerber daisy. If you just go to a deli in Manhattan, you'll see it. But I was like, no, it's not something like that. And my sister came to visit, and we were walking through the streets, and it was spring. And one of the stores, they have window displays, like right now it would be Christmas stuff in the windows, but it was spring, and there were these giant Gerber daisies like this big that they put up. It was almost like, I'm not just going to give you a Gerber daisy, I'm going to give you a huge, and I was like, oh my God. And she didn't understand why I was so excited. Like before that, it would be like I was walking down the subway, very long tunnels, and somebody would have like a camel painted on the back of their coat. And I never knew where it was going to come from, but it was like, I stopped doing that. I kind of forgot, but that made every day where I would feel so connected, and I was waiting for that surprise. Like, where's it going to come from? So fun. So now I'm thinking, yeah, I need to do that more. That's just one form of play. So thank you. Thank you for this reminder.
I think, Jesse, I think that is spectacular and beautiful.